Yes, we get the South African lineup there of Ntetwa, Nicholas Miller, Masi, Tivon, Mabila, Vusi Kale to Cupido Jaden, Changa Sebandile, James Kaileb, Krulun Kosinkona, Latlas Shridan, Entle JV, Carlton Naidu Yashin, and Zamoes Babalo, and Moodley Kiran. Cupido is the diagonal attacker who has been given Namibia some threatening hits yesterday. And looking at the current log standings, Zimbabwe leads the pack with a perfect 9 points, having won all their matches without dropping a single set. They have proven to be a formidable force, defeating Namibia, Malawi, and South Africa. It's up to these two teams to battle it out, and also depending on the outcome of Botswana versus Zimbabwe match later. Here's Malawi's lineup there: Kapesa Tusalifse, Kapesa Tusalif, the second player, Chipeni Samuel, Chaukona Abdul, Francis Chikonda, Honest Steven, Mili Chris, Buddha Vinity, Chimenza, Dalit Storm, Mofa George, Ten, and Limani Adrian, and Manja Chifundo being the players that are going to contest for Malawi. The weather has started to warm up nicely here, and the excitement here in this hall is becoming palpable among the fans. A vibrant color of South Africa and Malawian flags proudly being displayed here in the arena. Set to get underway here with the Republic of South Africa on serve, and we're going to be led into this set by Moodley, Jesse, number 12, whose parents have also traveled from South Africa to just come and watch him for this specific match. We have Moodley there in picture. Sakil's going to be a very interesting match today here.
It is going to be an interesting match today here.
Good first point by Malawi. A good roll ball there from I think that's jersey number 11, then Limani Adrian. Today, South Africa not starting with their lively jersey 5, and Changa Sebandile, and Kayale too going for that middle power play. Good touch combination there between setter and the middle player. But Adrian, awesome and impressive work by the Malawian team. 2-0 it stands.
Malawi actually has a new lineup here. You can see the number 8 and number 9 are actually not in.
And it's strategy by the coach, and just trying to see how this one is going to fare out and pan out for them. Good outside ball, and near zero block there for Cupido. And just going soft and easy on that diagonal position. And targeting position 1 of the Malawian court and making a point. First point recorded for South Africa. And Kayale to Vusi, just putting the ball in the net there. And the bearer for South Africa coming in, and that is Ntetwa Nicholas. Is the one coming in. Serving as jersey number 6, Honest Steven. Impressive. Oh, good work by Yashin there, and Naidu. Beautiful and impressive stuff. Sakils, you see the block from South Africa there, and as well as the strategy that the Malawian coach has brought on here today, and obviously bringing in different sets of players just to throw off the tactics of South African coach.
Indeed.
Cupido, the diagonal or opposite attacker there, and that was a lift by Buddha.
Is it just me, or am I thinking of that Malawi is getting a strategy of wanting maybe to, lose this game so they don't need to face? Or either way, whoever wins here is second, right?
Depending on how it will turn out between Botswana and Zimbabwe. So if either team wins 3-0 here, they will be within a chance of getting first position. If Zimbabwe loses in 3 sets to 0 straight, and that will have a dent on their ratio, meaning South Africa or Malawi can get a chance of coming one. If it does not pan out that way, They will then have to play just for consolation to confirm who will be the second and third. But this team will still be playing each other in the men's semi-final. Possibly a resting strategy by the South Malawian coach and trying to rest his top players for that semi-finals, or wanting to come back in the second set and to see how he's going to pen. That is Limani Adrian on serve, and serves the ball outside. Your view, Sakios?
My view on this, it's I feel like Malawi is avoiding something, because why would you start with that lineup if you have the strongest lineup? So it's a strategy that Malawi is using. I know there's something behind this first lineup.
A good touch by the setter there, and him being there's a net line violation by Kaya Letu, but that was good work by the South African setter there, Shridan Ladlas, working that set pass over onto the Malawian side intentionally, but unfortunate his middle blocker crossing the line. Good set out, and that is Moodley rolling it out there, and then the Malawian players. Good touch, good wrist. Passed from the knee. Again, played easy, and out. Moodley working that position 4 very, very, very well, and getting a point for South Africa. Tied at 6. The best of what South Africa has to offer in terms of this lineup. Malawi having rotated their lineup fully, having Chikonda out of play. Actually, Mandre Chifundo out of play. They also don't have Chimanza Dalisto there on court. And Mohone now coming for that backcourt attack from position 1, trying to go diagonal to the opposite position on the other side of South Africa, but just missing that by a big margin. Great touch. Chikonda Francis, the libero of Cupido.
Beautiful side of the
9-6.
And that South Africa now starting to run away with it. We're still there to see if the Malawian coach is going to change this lineup or this rotation. As it stands, he seemed not to worry, and point South Africa. That was an overpass.
7-9.
Point Malawi, indeed it is. Malawian serve. Chaonaka Abdul with a good serve and a good glance, and house in the net. Also, the South African coach has not brought on Bandi Lenchangaze, who has started as the outside hitter in all the games that he played, having been subbed yesterday, I think, in the second set by that is Babalo and it's almost
just doing some errors there.
If you are out there in the region or here in Namibia, we are live on NBC TV, DSTV channel 283, as well as NBCSports.na on YouTube, and as well as on our application NBC Plus. You could find a number of TV channels of NBC there. Massive deep pass there by this young man, Kailem, to Cupido. And Cupido just feeling his setter there with that very good hit. Impressive stuff. This is stuff of champions. And indeed, the South African boys showcasing their experience. Good out pass, and there's a net touch
there by Malawi inside.
Cupido this time being the setter after Shridan just received that ball and pushing it out to Power, with a very good 2 ball there out, and Pabalo just making good on that, and good cover by Moodley from the baseline, and Pabalo rolling it into that open space, recovering very well, and combination of him and Yashin Naidu. Big point by the South African boys there, and they are leading 12-9. Skills, we know that jersey number 11 is not usual starter for South Africa, but solidifying his position from yesterday's performance against Botswana, and that was a good touch. Again, in this match, we are still seeing that combination of the setter and his opposite attacker, throwing off the Malawian boys, but going in a floater there to that a far post on their end in position 4, but unfortunately conceding the point. A good touch that is by
Wow, beautiful master attack there.
Impressive stuff by the South African boys here. The setter combination duo of Shridan and Cupido, as well as a good receive there from the center court by Kayale Tuvusi. This is just impressive. You could see them celebrating and ringing out there. Some of them very joyful because their parents are here all the way from South Africa to watch them play. Considering as to where they are here now, it is indeed an honor to have your parents in the crowd. And that's obviously, we have seen James's parents, jersey number 6, actually. Yes, James Caleb's parents, and Moodley, Kiran's parents watching over them here from the stands. The crowd is filling up slowly but surely, although still with just the players, but there's still a few senior volleyball players from the Namibian league here out to come and watch. A rotation foul called by the second ref, Mr. Liberty Manwa, calling a rotational fault on the Malawian side.
And Malawi just really just keeps doing a lot of mistakes, and they are really giving us South African the lead here with the net touch and the attack errors.
Yes, indeed. Both teams have shown remarkable skills throughout this tournament, and today's clash is sure to be a highlight of the day's action, especially when we started off with the ladies, and that in itself kind of highlights that we are talking about. A good, almost, back set by, there is a Shridan to Cupido. They are just alternating it, at one point going high on the opposite on the D, and then just cutting off a bit into that A1 ball behind him there. And they are just trying to shift the defense of Malawi. This is the South African duo of Caleb and Cupido going power, and yes, and that is jersey 11.
Beautiful play there.
Mzamo, Samkelo, Pabalo, and wow, impressive cutting off the block and getting a point. Malawi, if they could probably go a 3-man block as they were going against Lazarus Kamati of Namibia yesterday, they could pull it off, and you could see they were nearly attempting that, but hesitating. Point for Malawi. Top spiker there, or attacker for Malawi, is the captain, Chris Milley. He's on serve, trailing by 8 points. The skill level is just quite exceptional here, Sakos, for these boys.
Oh!
Again, talking of skills.
Beautiful line attack there.
Talking of skills, I mean, just it's quite impressive how Sam Kello gets up in the air and turns, goes for that line, realizing that the outside blocker on his left side was too fixed to maintain base. Cupido with a good jump save, and yes, That was a lift.
Carry there by
He had tossed the ball so far off from him, but still touching it with so much venom and power. Landing on the floor there, that is the young man, Cupido Jaden. Going for it again, and this time around putting it into the
Mash it
net.
into the net.
Oh, that was
What a
impressive.
serve.
That was an impressive serve indeed. Steve Mahoney, and this time overpassed by the South African libero, but easy does it there, and Sam Kello gets that, causing Malawi to be in a panic.
Libero plays it out.
31-11.
And it's South Africa running away with the first set now. And Malawi substitution being called.
Number 11.
Number 5, the main attacker is back.
Changase Bandile is now back on court indeed, Sakils. What do you make of the substitution?
I think it's just for the serve for Zandile to finish off the wow. Libero just keeps placing the balls out.
Uncharacteristic of Chikonda Francis has been really focused, giving his country good passes there. But this time around, 2 errors in a row, and that young man
Serves it out.
Bandile just comes in and serves the ball out. It's a 10-point game for South Africa. 4 game point for them to just finish it off. Malawi still having to work 14 good points if they have to win this, and it can be done in the game of volleyball. This time around, the setter setting it up nicely for a shoot on the outside, back set, and Naidu Yashin just in that space and waiting for it. A 0 block indeed from the a serve. Beautiful and awesome stuff. As it stands, it's set point. But as you said, it's made too easy for South Africa because a lot of the starting 6 of Malawi are not in play. Yashin puts that ball out of play.
24, South Africa still on set point.
Well, we were expecting the South African attacks to be met by Malawi's resilience here, but unfortunately that has not really come up. The Malawian digging themselves a big hole here instead of digging themselves out of it. And impressive play from the South African team all around, both back and front, and an easy kill of the game by Moodley there with a roller hit, and the Malawian boys losing this one 25-11 indeed. So quick and fast was the set.
It was the easiest game set I've watched. Isn't it? They really fewer with only the attack coming from one side, and that's South Africa. And Malawi really barely even attacked one ball.
Oh yes, indeed, Malawi not coming to the party in this set as was expected. Same rotation for South Africa, no change. Malawi equally not changing it. No, but it seems there is a change there. No change at all from Malawi, still maintaining Steve Mahoney in the front and Mili Chris. And then here having obviously Jeremiah Emmanuel as their setter now, but no block.
Malawi still keeping the same rotation.
I think the strategy for the Malawian coach, as you said, he wants to rest. That is Moffat George. He wants to rest Buddha Finley. Wants to rest Manjawa Chifundo. And number 9 Chimanza Delisto. So he's got almost 4 of his starting 6 out of play, just remaining with Steve Mahone and obviously that number 7, the captain Millie Chris, and letting South Africa have their fun. I think that is what the Malawian coach has now decided. Whilst he's reading up on how they are placing and putting up in terms of attack. We hope it will work for him, because once you don't give your players also game time, they'll come in and be a bit unsettled. And those boys are now starting to feel themselves. That's the South African side. It's just as we speak, Adler Carlton has been brought on, as well as Nchanga has started. And that just tells us that those that have started in the first game, Mzamo Pabalo is no more on, and I believe also we have that is jersey number 3. Jersey number 3 for South Africa, Kale, to also not starting.
That's a line.
Yes, it's a net toucher with his shoulders there, the young man. A serve.
Now we're really having a strategy, because I feel like they know for a fact that Zimbabwe is gonna go through Botswana, and for that they know that obviously they are still gonna face South Africa in the semi-finals. So they are resting their star players out and checking how South Africa is playing, on how they play, and that's what he's thinking. So when they go meet in the semi-finals, he puts up a lineup according to the play, a strategy of South Africa.
Interesting enough, we just hope that it will work out for him, because I am more skeptical about his boys not getting game time in this match, to weigh up and see how they can fare with the defensive system that he intends to put. At least put him on one rotation just to check if they are going to be able to manage that defensive strategy and the power of hitting. Because now as it stands, South Africa is also now giving themselves a training session, because they would know that obviously the very same way that Malawi is trying to play is how the Malawian main setter and his main attackers and blockers will be trying to fare up. So it gives them the way they should be able to pass. And Moffat George has actually now been brought in as we are talking, and getting a feel of now how Yashin Naidu could attack the ball in their semi-final match. Just with a first block there. Chris Millie again.
I would say maybe the watchers are asking themselves on how these two teams are still gonna face in the semis. Can you maybe just explain it on how they are gonna face in the semis?
Yeah, as it stands, we only had 5 teams. Ooh, that was a good
Attack there.
attack from the middle. Distance shot ball given to Yashi and powerfully put down. Yes, we had quite a few number of the male teams. They're ably only in the region 5. Zimbabwe, a serve.
Beautiful
Zimbabwe, South Africa, Malawi, Namibia, and Botswana taking part in the male category. So the control committee or the technical committee of the volleyball championship here opted to have a round robin, and then after that round robin, the top 4 teams automatically qualifies for the semi-finals. And as it stands, Zimbabwe has not lost any match. Good play by Bandile. Has not lost any match or a set, and that's pegging him perfectly well on the top of this male group with 9 points after just playing 3 matches. And South Africa now following suit after playing 2 games, actually 3 games, with 6 points, having lost their match to Zimbabwe. Malawi also having 6 points after losing to Zimbabwe, that is, and winning their previous 2 matches, but now have two teams contesting now for those 9 points to either go top and hope Zimbabwe loses to Botswana, or if so, one of them will end up second if Zimbabwe wins today. A win for Zimbabwe will mean that they will have 12 points. A win for either side will mean that they will have 9 points if they win it 3-1. If they win it 3-2, that means one will have 8 and one will have 7. And Namibia, the fourth team there with 3 points. Botswana, unfortunately, out of the contest, playing the final match just for honors, as well as maybe to cause an upset. To cause an upset there. A serve was by Malawi, and that is jersey number 1, I have to believe. Good adjustment by that young man, Cupido. Good defense. Yashin Naidu and Shridan Ladlas touching the net there. That's how the permutations are, and that's how it was determined that the semi-finals will be played, and no quarterfinals for the men, as was seen with the female category. Female category had a good number of representation, close to 8 teams competing, thus having played each other in 2 different groups, and then thereafter going to, that was a good block, but awesome recovery by the libero for South Africa there. That is Ntetwa Niklas. Magnificent stuff.
That's there.
Playing the ball over his head with an overhead rotation swing there. That was Moodley Kiran, and getting a point for his team there. Changas was serve, and the ball drops right behind Moffat George, and Limani Adrian could do nothing there. Changas trying again, this time missing it. And as I was saying, it was a group stage for the ladies. We had Pool A and Pool B of the ladies matches that was ongoing, and in that Namibia, having played qualified after earning themselves 2 points, qualified for the quarters, and unfortunately losing yesterday there to South Africa. That was Namibia.
Great ball there. Attacks in the mid there. Number 10 touches the net. Good movement.
Unfortunate for Moffat.
And Malawi here really just doing a lot of mistakes.
Just to give you an update of how it panned out on day 1, and Namibia played against Zimbabwe, losing 3-0 in the straight sets, 25-14, 25-17. Oh, that was impressive by Carlton there. A good set out for him there, and really going for power. I was saying Namibia lost in three straight sets, 25-14, 25-17, 25-21. As gifting Zimbabwe, an advantage of 75 points against 52. And then Malawi followed suit. That was a good reach by this young man, Moodley. Top of the block. The block was taller there, but he just managed. Malawi defeated Botswana 3-1, 25-22, 25-22, and then Botswana taking the third set 25-23. And thereafter 25-22. Malawi with scores of 98 against 91. Quite tight it was.
bumps it there by the setter and goes.
That was Ed Carlton again still.
Wow.
These boys are
These-
actually training and practicing.
They are.
But just look at Moodley. Considering his height, well recovered. Again, again going for Carlton, that is, but Changase. The setter doing the most there with an attack.
Free ball given. What are they going to
You
do?
see now South Africa starting to have fun, but
Oh, 1-0.
he touched the net there.
0 there.
You see that he touched the net, but you can see what the South African boys are now trying to do. They're also now just trying to practice it out there.
Indeed.
After realizing that the Malawian coach opted not to give them competition, they're now warming themselves up just to see how they can get their strategies going for tomorrow. Good touch. Oh, awesome. Everybody can set the ball here. Oh, one pancake there by
Beautiful pancake
Cupido. Well recovered by Moffat. Nice stretch. Recycled. Unfortunately, it's out. But that was impressive play from both sets of players. Working it very well.
Timeout, Malawi.
And Malawi just calling for time there. And whilst we're just going for that timeout, in day one, indeed, as I was saying, Malawi defeated Botswana there. And then Malawi versus Zimbabwe in day two. It ended 3-0 in favor of Zimbabwe. 25-10, 25-21, 25-16 it was. Zimbabwe really walking and driving away with that. And then next game, it was Namibia-South Africa, 3-0. 25-23, 25-18, and 25-16 in favor of South Africa there. And obviously, day three, South Africa, Zimbabwe. A match that everyone was looking out to. Zimbabwe making it quite easy there, 25-16, 25-22, and 25-23. South Africa, Botswana met on day four. It was 3-0, 25-19, 25-20, 25-14. And Namibia, Malawi, having met in the final match of yesterday or day four, losing out to Malawi 25-19, 25-23, and 25-20. So the score stands or the table, the lock stands for the boys. Zimbabwe 9, no sets lost at all. South Africa 6, 2 wins, 1 set lost, one game lost. And Malawi third. Malawi unfavorably in the third position because of the ratio there. And Namibia fourth with 3 points, unfortunately for Botswana with no points at all. Quite interesting, and that's how these boys are going to fare out tomorrow in the semi-final matches. A lift that was called on jersey number 2, the setter for Malawi, that is Jeremiah. Mr. Spencer deeming him to have lifted the ball. They are now bringing in Dludlu Kosikona in the place for, and that was Carlton, coach for South Africa, also just trying to have his boys play, and Kiran just going for that long serve. Good touch by the libero, and Dludlu working very well there. Unfortunate for Carlton. Actually, they've taken out Cupido. They're just trying to rest him as well after realizing that the strategy for Malawi is just to get gameplay for the other boys. They know they are already doomed for that third position either way. So why not rest your top players very well for that match? Look at those boys run, and unfortunately they could not get that ball back. But that was a nice hand touch there by the libero, giving his fellow boys on his side to have a good run. Unfortunately not getting there. Wow. Bandile not coming
Wrist
to play.
out.
Just like yesterday, he's been putting that ball outside. The crowd is starting to fill up now here because they are feeling that buzz of the women's semi-final. Well poised there. Mozambique up against Malawi. And obviously South Africa up against Zimbabwe. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting women's semi-finals. 2 games here. And they will be also bringing down the curtain on the day's event as it is. On the other side, the Namibian netball ladies also playing today. And I think that match billed for around about 1900 hours in the evening. I'm sure that the pavilion will be brimming with Namibian netball supporters rooting for their team to make it within the medal contest there. Chimanza. Actually, Philly Millis. Oh. Moodley was
communication there.
And that was supposed to be Moodley's attack, but he was hesitant. Slow indeed he was. Chris Milley with the serve again, his second run. Interesting stuff. Touch there by Nchangaze, gets a run. Goes with an unorthodox one-hand inside swing hand.
Having the touch there.
Malawi just causing themselves errors, and that's Moffat George. He needs to rectify this because he's also one of the main blockers for the starting 6. And now just being too erratic. Actually, just when he's coming down, getting to touch that net. Skills. Oh, that was a nice pen. One-hand dig from the floor by the young libero from South Africa. Changaze was not ready for that, but a ball hit out of play by Chang. That was Moffat George actually on Naidu Yassin's hand and just going out of play. Malawi again going about their rotation, giving every player a chance. Chipeni Samuel coming into this game now. Awesome, that was a lift.
Carry there, that was a carry.
Lifting the ball, and that's not allowed in volleyball. Deemed as a catch and throw in some quarters. Samuel again with a serve, good one. Good work there by the setter, libero, getting that over the net. Naidu just
attacks it out.
Hitting that ball outside, and you could see the intent. He was looking for that far corner. Trying to go for that slider. Changaze always using his concealed inside right hand and to play that ball over. Good recycle. Mhone with a good overpass by the South African.
Malawi is back in the game.
He's trying to confirm that was Moodley with an overpass.
Both coaches still haven't called any timeout in the first or second set.
They're really wanting to give their boys a chance to play and rectify themselves.
Indeed.
Nicely recovered by South Africa. And
Malawi now.
South African boys also now uninterested in this match. Could see now that they are just also relaxing and allowing Malawi to do what they would want to do. And in so doing, they are now trailing within the second set, 23-22. It's South Africa versus Malawi on in the last men's round robin matches.
Malawi's set point.
Set point indeed. Set point 22 it is. Malawi starting to believe.
Blocked. It's a foul ball. And Malawi takes this set.
Set for Malawi. Referee calling for a foul ball there, or an out ball, out of play attack. And it's now becoming quite interesting. You can see that in that last ball, the South African coach has just brought on his big guns. And it tells you that with a full strength Malawi squad, they can give South Africa some running for their money. Quite interesting. Surprisingly, as it stands, Botswana had taken a set out of Malawi. And here, Malawi taking a set from South Africa, and it's well tied at one side each. Third set that we are going in. South Africa just allowing that game to run away from them. And the changes that were made not really yielding any fruits for the South African coach. Yep, you see the boys in their celebration bumping each other here. That's 10 and 11. Adrian and Moffat. This is so magnificent as to how the court is set up, and the branding in itself for the Region 5 banners. Quite good work by the local organizing committee, and indeed the technical committees of both indoor games and competition, specifically the volleyball one, led by the Zone 6 president, that is Mr. Khalid, and various executives within the Zone 6 from various volleyball associations, putting in the work and the shift to make this a reality. You gotta applaud their tenacity to just have volleyball equally putting up a sterling performance on the show there. And in so doing, we also want to acknowledge the Namibian Broadcasting Corporation, a partner broadcaster of these Region 5 games from all corners of the country where the games are taking place, even as far as Swakopmund, the touristic town, or the meeting, conferences, and entertainment town of Namibia. Good stuff there by our cameraman, doing the most and just bringing you those electrifying and thrilling jumps and lips, hits and contacts, sets and everything. You can see that one by the Malawi boys, just caught well and clean on shot there. And unfortunately, Malawi really proving themselves to be a strong team. And the libero that time for South Africa misjudging that ball. Good. Wow, awesome stuff. Oh, massive. A net touch there in those highlights. We are about to get underway in the third set. It's tied at one set, one set all, and South Africa getting us underway again. And Cupido this time starting with Sam Kelo, actually with Vusi Kale too. The coach for South Africa realizing that it's not about game time. And that was a statement of intent.
Beautiful, man.
A big statement of intent that we're not here to play now this time around, and we just want to finish this one off. And it's Cupido Jaden, jersey number 4 for South Africa. A good combination play with his setter there, knowing exactly where he was going to get the ball, and that diagonal position where he's coming off behind the setter and just going line on the Malawian boys. It's a 1-1 in the set, and 1-1 a set to score. Malawi, Steve Morne serves it out.
It's it wide.
And I think they should find a tune for all these erratic passes, because they've got a tune for a monster block, they've got a tune for a boom, boom, boom hit, but there is no tune for an outside hit. Rotation fault by Malawi. Unfortunate for the boys. I think they're overstepping into each other's positions when they had advantage of serve. Good touch by the number 4 of Malawi, but one hand touch by Pabalo, Samkelo. But Moodley defending from the line could not leave that one because it was coming for him. Pabalo again just doing the works, and impressively so he gets his country the point. The South African coach and his defensive system is that the player on 5 defends far off from the baseline, because at most those balls are going to come with power from there. Yashin.
The setter really hasn't been connecting with the number 10 today, as number 10 has been missing a lot of balls being set by the setter. Really have to be connecting, because there's a big game coming on the way.
A good play by Malawi, good recovery, and no touch. It has been indicated by both officials here. Cupido just trying to get his team going so that they can rest up after gifting Malawi that set, realizing that they could be in trouble. And when they are in trouble, they do not really want to let it continue. It's about time to bring out the big guns, and the big boys with that first hit in the set proving or indicating that they want to play. Yashin reaching into it and trying to lean into that ball, and unfortunately not hitting it with the kind of power he needed or wanted. Good stuff. Powerful hit by that is Limani Adrian, going to position 6, and here he comes again. Good set, good recovery by the Malawian boys. Net touch. Unforced errors there for
Malawi's side.
Or actually forcing the errors there, the South Africans. And as just so said. Good pass, an attack, Mhone. Blocked by the setter of South Africa. And unforced error there. He puts the ball down. They are both having fun. That's Malawi and South Africa. Nobody really showing, an aggressive phases yet, because they know this is all just for the paperwork.
Oh, just training. Beautiful, beautiful line attack there.
And number 60, Mone, just showing Cupido that it's not only you that can do it.
Or is he showing the coach that
Yeah.
I want to start in
He's
the first 6?
he is a first 6 starter, Mone. Probably just because he was been
Ooh.
fading and all. Good work. Shridan, the setter for South Africa, coming with a good serve there. Oh, long and good point. Shridan just lazily looking at it, not wanting to work. And this is all for a reason. We can see it's now not really yielding any tangible results here, because both teams now out of it. And a touch by Cupido in terms of the hit from the Malawian side. Good hit on the outside on position 4. Sam Kello retrieving that, and Cupido just pushing it. Again, Cupido, long hands at the net and just getting the ball back. Oh. Again, the setter, you could see what he was trying to do there. And if Malawi are not picking up on this strategy, especially that combination and that lineup, it may hurt them even when they put up their strongest set, because the setter is trying to split that block, and that same kind of discipline. But good play as we speak with a touch there by, that is Sankelo and Kaeletu. If they fail to pick up on this strategy and go about using a one-man block on the net, it can cost them. Ooh. Again, that ball was inside. That ball was inside. For the second time, that line judge at this arena, or the line judge in that corner at this arena, has been dagging for those balls, and I believe it's still him. Same judge that was dagging yesterday. 12, 13, 7. 13, 7, quite impressive. Oh, he was lucky. He's lucky. Again, the South African block reaching out very well and putting that ball out. Samkela Babalo has been just extended by another 30 seconds, where he will have to sit, reflect, and think. It's the Region 5 Youth Games here, brought to you live. I was looking for Cupido's head to really see. Yeah, but the young boy managed to recover himself very well. Awesome. We are set and ready after that timeout. The good stuff, and out ball it is. The pace has just dropped a bit, unlike as to how it started in the first set. Maybe because now the teams are assessing each other out as to how they are playing. But Malawi working very well. The Malawian players on court there showing some resilience, as was expected, and Both teams looking to capitalize now on their momentum gained in the first and second set. South Africa going power there from the middle in terms of that distance play. And just like that, Malawi failing to contain their momentum going forward. That's gifting a point. I was the libero just trying to indicate to his coach that I have done what you told me to do. That's Ntetwa Nicholas. That's see the glance that he's having there. And just talking to the coach. I got it right. Oh. Cupido makes a meal of that. He makes a meal of that. You can see what the setter was trying to do. Good one. Out of play. And that is Samkelo. Samkelo on the serve. Good play out there, and nice reach by Yashin. Can't put it down. The shortest guy on the court for Malawi blocks Moodley Kiran. And that is Chaunika Abdul, jersey number 4, going very high on. You could see that Moffat was grounded. Oh, Abdul working very well. Blocking that ball, and that's making a point for his team. Serve. Good touch by Samkelo. Moodley in that opposite position, just being powerful. One wonders if he comes to the outside what he can do, because he is in an uncompromising mode there. Recycled very well by Malawi, but advantage South Africa, and again, the boys just ping-ponging that into the net. Timeout? No, just a change of players. Secures the Malawian team putting up a fight.
Indeed. South African seem to be too relaxed, and Malawi putting up a fight that they might just come from behind. And the game really has no tempers. Each player, his team here seems like they are just preparing for the semi-finals, so they are trying all the game plan that they are going to use.
And you could see the recycling by the South African team in terms of that ball. It's hit with power now by Kieran Moody, but indeed the pace of the set has totally just gone down, and both its teams. Good touch by the setter, but unfortunately could not keep the ball in the court. Oh wow. Substitution made. This is number 1 for Malawi's Kapesa to Salif. Wow. 2013. In your picture there is the South African boys with one other picture in serve. Moodley, I have to believe, yes. That was a 4. Indeed, for attack by the South African players. Moodley still on serve, maintaining that serve very well. And
Score is 22-13. South Africa just needing 3 more points to win this. And I think the referee just explaining to number 4 that your celebration should be showing the other side, not celebrating towards the players.
good touch. Unfortunate for Malawi. South Africa starting to run away with this one now through that young man, Moodley. Kiran, whose parents are here to watch him play. Somewhere in the stand there. Just as well as Jason's parents. Good touch by him there, and again. As young man just keeps getting it. No run up, no nothing. And he edges the DJ just to play that boom, boom, boom song. I mean, he just woken up the whole arena here because everything was about silent and slow. And that heat. Oh. Impressive. Out serve, 24-13. South Africa has a time call. Malawi to serve. Good one by Mone. On the side of Zimbabwe, Malawi, Namibia. South Africa, I mean to say. It's becoming too tiring now here. Game is not having that pace that we anticipated.
Indeed, indeed. Beautiful. Just one step, not even 3. Just one.
This guy has walked and walked and walked out. They have just allowed Malawi to get back into this one. But to see of the Namibian Broadcasting Corporation, your partner broadcaster of this Region 5 games on NBC TV, both that is on channel 283 as well as on NBC Plus app. Just as I'm giving you that layout of where to watch this game, South Africa goes and kills the game, Sakels. Just like that, and quick and fast.
Like this is gonna be one of the fastest game and one of the zero tempo game here.
You can see the boys.
See the celebration there. We got this.
Yeah, just celebrating with his coach. But as I was saying, you can still catch us on NBC Sports and Abe, either on YouTube, Facebook, or as well as Instagram. That's where you can get these matches live. We are still in for the third set. Is South Africa slated to take it 3-0, 3-1, or is it going to go to the tiebreak? And there we see the Malawian jersey number 5, Manjawa Chifundo, just showing off his dancing moves there. And as we take a break, and we'll be back in the next 3 minutes for the third set. We are about to get the third set underway. With the rotations being given in by both coaches. Yet to see if the Malawian coach is going to maintain his first 4 on the bench, and indeed it appears to be so, because they have not even strapped down in terms of the jackets and everything. Still maintaining that play of Kapena to Salife. And just maintaining the captain there, Millie Phyllis, along with that is Steve Mahoney. But No, it appears that he has now brought on, that is Manjawa Chifundo. Manjawa Chifundo, the power hitter for Malawi on the outside, starting on the backcourt in position 5. And young boy is just getting a lecture here from the first ref, Mr. Spencer Chitate, just telling them to enjoy their games. And you could see that there's no love lost between them. They're all out to have fun, these young boys. That's Mili Phillies and Cupido. Cupido standing in as the captain here, because Naidu is not on the court. He is now the designated game captain, and impressive by that young man from South Africa, Vusi Kaletu. He has really been working that middle consistently in most of the games that they've been playing here in South Africa, and duly so because of the impressive sets by Shridan. But as we're just talking about impression, the Malawian makeshift setter comes out and puts a very good ball out there on position 4, and Limani Adrian goes through the middle and middle of the blockers and makes a point. Unfortunately, Malawi losing that one and putting it in the net. Vusikayale to on serve now. That means Naidu has come to the front. Oh, indeed he is, and impressive. A young boy making a name for himself, and a good block. 3-man block by Malawi. Chifundo Majawa coming in to solidify there, and probably just wanting to take this to 3-2. Just to get a run also, and to be ready for the semi-final tomorrow.
That's just unstoppable.
That's a whip of the ball. Real whipping here. Reminds me of a clip that used to circulate around on social media from South Africa by one of the renowned politicians. Just going, and that is how it felt. That's how it felt. Good pass by the libero, and out again to Moodley Kiran. South Africa really wanting to get this one fast and gone, because I think they now feel they've been too long on the court. Cupido relinquishing the captaincy back to Naidu Yashin.
Ace serve there.
That ball almost hitting us here in the commentary booth. Lucky we're protected by the mesh net here. Otherwise we'll be trying to scramble for safety. It's hit with so much venom. Cupido still going for that jugular jump serve, and this time
hits it out.
Indeed. The vociferous voices you are hearing in the background, there is Botswana and Zimbabwe. Both teams are really getting themselves going with their songs. Unfortunate for Limani. Limani Adrian just putting the ball in the net, costing his team a point there. And as it stands, it's 5-2. South Africa 6-2 actually. South Africa starting to run away with it. I think they've realized that the slower they play, the dragging the game becomes, and the more mistakes they also cause. The rotation fault there just being rectified to that Jersey 510 are in rotation fault, or is he saying it's yes, it appears to be so. That's Limani Adrian, jersey number 11 in your picture there. Still looking onto the second referee to see as to how they're going to be set up.
You can see how they're
5-10 is what he's saying. Or 5-11, it appears. Serve Chifundo Manjwa. A touch by Cupido. Rolled over by Pabalo. That's
player.
backcourt attack violation there. Attack line violation by the same guy, Manjawa Chifundo, captain of South Africa, Naidu Yashin. We are still trying to establish if Naidu Shuria in the ladies team is his sister. And I think we'll get to that confirmation in a while, or as the South African team will be playing. Steve Moane, but well touched there by Shridan, and goes for the back court defense. Good by Chikonda. Some Kale too going in the middle there, but well recovered by Malawi. Unfortunately, on that recovery, putting the ball in the net. Still Manjawa. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes when the player is sitting for too long,
Yes, true.
he gets a bit unsettled and nervy and makes a lot of error. It takes him quite a time to get into the game. And just like that, Moffat George equally does the same. And we hope tomorrow they will rectify. Because South Africa really just wanting to finish this off and go rest, or prepare themselves to watch the ladies play their semi-final encounter against Zimbabwe.
South Africa.
Cupido is a very hyped up boy. He's reminding the DJ that, hey, you're supposed to play the tune. Initiating that, indeed. Just wanting the arena to just be fun-filled, and again a serve it is.
And the line just plays it, and I was far out.
Mr. Spencer just
Substitution South Africa.
outruling.
Far out.
Oh, indeed, it was out. Mr. Spencer outruling the line
I
judge.
think she was not ready for it.
No, she was not, because she was
Look
still
at where
moving.
she was looking.
And she
looking.
thought.
By the time it landed far out there.
Angela did not see that one
Point
coming.
South Africa.
The Malawian boys
12-5.
getting into each other's way there. And we are trying just to check as to what is happening on our YouTube channel there.
Another carry.
I think they did not hear the whistle there, the boys, and almost just going big on each other. Oh, got to recycle. But where's this one going?
Point South Africa.
Chikonda.
14-5.
Francis
May I request all
Getting-
protocol officials,
bashing there.
protocol officials to submit us the names of the dignitaries that we now have. Timeout, Malawi.
Malawi, after that impressive second set, they're just starting to lose it here, and losing it with a big margin, because as it stands now, it's 9 points, 9-point difference, and South Africa is just starting to run away with it here. We got the Malawian technical staff for both the female and the male. Just trying to strategize from the outside and to see how it is going to go. And we have the Zimbabwean delegation there. Parents alike also coming out to watch their kids play. And quite impressive as to how they have really been the support system of their place.
They are bringing in their big guns.
And indeed, and you can hear the crowd really going there, because now Buddha, the setter for Malawi, is back, and as well as Chumanza. That's an ace serve. Definitely inside, yes.
Yes, it is inside.
Definitely inside. Wow. Shridan. Oh, that was massive. Just as Chifundo dropped.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
no.
out. Far,
Way
far out.
That was,
That was too far out.
6-15.
it was fast. It was
That was
really
too
fast.
far out. I think the line judge could look at where she's looking.
Oh,
You see where the referee is looking. She's looking on the other side.
oh, indeed. Both of them, the main ref shadowed there by Chimanza, who was in the line of the path of the ball. Good touch by Chikonda Francis. Boy is on the floor constantly. Ah, nice outplay, and it's not yet dead or not yet down. Cupido. You see how they switch it up now, the South African coach? Just having the opposite player now playing from position 4 and the attacker or the outside hitter playing diagonal. Making it a bit tricky now for the Malawians, but we yet to see with the Malawian top guns of Chimanza back on court and Buddha. Buddha going for a good point there, but it's an outside ball. South Africa still running away with it despite the top 6 team of Malawi now being on court. Impressive there by Steve Mahone. Just realizing that Moodley is the shortest player in that block and just playing off his hands. Found his right on his left hand and making it a good hit. He goes for serve. Oh, Seta was too slow to release the ball, and that's costing his team a point there. Buddha, Finney. Buddha Finley on serve. The ball is inside and they serve. A serve being called there, and yes, indeed, the DJ yielding to the call. Cupido back into his position, and that ball is inside, indeed. Rolled inside into the 3-meter zone, and it was just impressive stuff. Quite awesome.
18-9.
Quite impressive. Net touch or net violation by the Malawian side, and Sakels, South Africa now running away with it. It's a 10-point game.
Indeed, South Africa are not taking this as a joke. They really want to smash Malawi under 10.
Yes, we just got to acknowledge.
Oh, beautiful attack there between the number 10 and 4.
Booming hit indeed it was, and we just have to acknowledge the viewers from Malawi, that is Nelly Chasima, just edging her team to be on fire. We have Emmanuel Rimayo also there from Malawi watching, Andrew Mbayani, Stanley Chimbonga, Blessings Nyaude, Susan Chira, Patience Zengwa, saying well done Malawi there. It's quite a Malawian galore here tuning in to watch their boys play. Chisomo Ngulube, Takari Pizza, they are saying, I think they are on fire is what she is saying. And we've got Paulus Aipinge or Paulina Aipinge, just really agitated with the errors of South Africa there. Lucinda Cupido edging for Team SA to go on Enoch Male. And just saying the setter needs to wake up. Yes, anybody can win this game, as Paulina is saying, but South Africa really just walking their way out there. As big ups to Kamoso Ozzy from Malawi and Kamoso South Africa, Caroline Moyo from Malawi, Chufesi Enoch Male, Konemi Ngoleka. I mean, we all recognize you.
Wow.
Getting onto our NBCSports.NA YouTube channel and really watching this game. Quite impressive indeed. A good viewing, 314 viewers that have, just tuned in and messaged here to watch the games as from the women's ladies. And that Malawi working their way back in there. Monster block indeed, monster block indeed. Good set and power play there from the diagonal position. 20-13. The captain or the libero being called there to order. Cupido.
Would be the celebration of facing the. He's given a card.
Yellow card.
Yellow card on the libero there.
Number 1.
Unfortunate scenes, and the young boy. It's the first yellow card in this at these games. We're still trying to determine as to what had happened after that hit of Cupido. And ace. The South African boys now really feeling. We're still trying to catch as to what the libero has done there to warrant a yellow card. And Cupido going an easy roll and forcing an overpass, but well recycled. Unfortunately, Naidu Yashin standing tall there. Yes, we acknowledge Stenchira, Period Colombo, Selvi Mashaba, Miriam Redemption Kamwinda, Padivlang Nyakunda, Edith Manka Sungula, and Henry Kunsinje. You are all acknowledged here from the Windhoek Showgrounds, and thank you for tuning in and just giving your views of this game. Quite interesting stuff, and everybody really working very hard. Oh, impressive by that young man, Shridan. And Cupido was actually going for that, having to stop himself just halfway. And they had brought on, that is South Africa, James Caleb. James Caleb's parents are here also in the arena. Came all the way from South Africa to watch him play, and unfortunately, Yashin Naidu just thumping that ball onto his own floor. And Manjawa Chifundo on the serve. Good out play and block out by George Moffat and Buddha there with a very high and tall block, but unfortunately could not contain Pabalo's hit. South Africa in a very uncompromising mood now because they want to get this over and done with and give a chance to the ladies semi-final. The first one obviously being billed actually give way to the Zimbabwe-Botswana game, and just like that, the game has ended with a deft touch there by Carlton, actually by Kayaletu, and Kayaletu killing that match. And as it stands, South Africa taking the game 3-1. 4 sets that were played out here. First set very thrilling and electrifying. Second set, Malawi taking it. But unfortunately, the third and fourth set going the way of South Africa. That's for Malawi. But no love lost between the young boys here, shaking each other's hands in a spirit of camaraderie and sportsmanship. We're representing their countries and their coaches, understanding each other very well. And the boys are just up and about. They know they are going to meet again in the semi-finals tomorrow. And that will be an interesting matchup because it will indeed be a good game to watch. As here, the performance was a bit too low, not the best that has been brought out to play. We're still going to remain on the same streaming channels. South Africa having taken that the first one 25-13, losing the second one 25-22, and subsequent sets thereafter taking them with ease, with the last one ending 25-15.
The last of the